Legend of Total War here with part 4 of my Hearts of Iron 4 Let's Play campaign as Italy. And so previously we've engaged with the Soviet Union. Well, we got dragged in thanks to the Germans. But things have been going reasonably well. The Germans had a bit of resistance at first, but they're pushing forward. We've done a number of naval invasions and managed to capture this much so far with absolutely minimal casualties. That's the crucial thing. If we have a look at how many men we've lost to the Soviets, it's 34,000, which is actually quite a lot. That's probably because they're attacking us quite a lot. Let's see how many of them we've killed, though. So we've managed to kill 183,000. That's probably the best kill ratio out of any of the other guys in this. At least I hope so. Probably lost most of my men trying to capture this point here. So we're stretched a bit thin, but so are they. Alright, let's see, what do we need? Yeah, get the oil going. If we're going to be building capital ships soon, we're going to need oil. How's all of our stuff going? So it's just basic repairs, probably just due to bombings. We don't have any revolts. I don't think I need too many naval dry docks, but I might get a couple more. Just because I need a stronger navy. My navy sucks. It's going to take us years to get that in order, but we've got time to do it. Okay, before we finally capture this. Good. Now, I don't want to set up a front line up there because I want them to maintain their fortification bonus. That's crucial. I don't have enough troops to put there. Still, if they close that off there, these guys get reinforcements or supplies from here. They get them from there, so it's fine either way. Yeah, we should probably make sure they don't go there. Good, so our total manpower, it's currently at 2.96 million, but it will end up being something in the vicinity of 4.5 million once it's finished mustering. That's just of our core population. We also get 0.27% of 115 million, which is barely anything. We can stretch thin. Really want to try and get to here. That steel will really help me out. But there's no pushing through this. Not without massive casualties. The thing is, the Soviets are really poorly equipped. I'm glad that I've took this position here because they're throwing their troops at me in a really bad position. See, their attack rate is just terrible. Our troops have the engineers, the engineer companies, allowing them to entrench a bit more. What's the max entrenchment? 7. Providing 36% bonus. That's good. I've also got the tanks out here. They're not doing anything. Once again, their attack here totally failed. Alright. You need to get over here. And you need to get over here. Just thinking what else to do now. Could raise another army. More troops will allow me to take more territory, because, like I said, taking territory without taking casualties, that's what I'm trying to do here. Just trying to look for a weak spot that I could exploit, but I don't see anything here. The enemy air superiority is barely doing anything to my defenses. We're quite strong. Good. They made it there. There's almost no point putting them on search and destroy, because as soon as they come near anything, they just run away. But don't forget as well, we're playing on the hardest difficulty here. I have to be cautious. If I was to create another army, what would I do with it through here? Like punch through? Or what? My current contribution to the war against the Soviets would not be very much. So when the peace talks do happen, I'm not going to get a big piece of the pie, which is what I want. Especially the steel mills. Still, with us just holding on to here, so occasionally we get a region for free. We get an occupation bonus on that. Doesn't cost me any troops. Alright, I'll drop that down a bit then. I don't need 8 of them there, so bring 4 down this way, and you 2 come over here. As I've said before, I don't want to use the front line because it'll make them move around all over the place, constantly reshifting. I want them to stay put, stay entrenched. If I raise another army, and if I can manage to push to here, having taken pretty much this entire coast, everyone in this area here is pocketed. Alright, we'll raise another army. It'll take a while for them to get here. That's okay. Got the equipment sorted, so it's not a problem. German take on the Swiss, do they? Fine by me. I know Hitler hated the Swiss. Just don't let me lose my territory over this. So when are my troops going to be ready? Just want one. 22nd of September. That's not too far off. I'm sure we can hold out until then. Because the Soviets, bloody tired old woman, basically, right now. Look at their equipment and most of their units. This one here's got like 5% left. Push this one out. Alright, that's all my mass assault doctrine done. Those are mutually exclusive, can't do both. Pretty close to Stalingrad too. That'd be the only place they can get supplies to. And there's nothing coming from here. They won't be able to get supplies coming in through here. Well, they're going to send supplies all the way through there. It's so dangerous. Plus, I just capture it. Then they'll only be able to get supplied through victory points, which will only provide a small amount. So once again, the Germans are throwing away their convoys. The Germans are going to get so much from when they've... We're definitely going to win against the Soviet Union, and if we win against the Soviets, we will not lose against the Allies. But I want to make sure that after the war is over, Germany is just so worn out that when I declare war on them, they just don't have anything left. And I'll be nice and fresh from just taking little pot shots at the enemy. So how many points is it worth, the amount of casualties they've taken? 621. Yeah, I'm not throwing away 310 million men just so I can double my score. What's their recruitment laws on now? So they're on service by requirement, which is sort of the same as what we're on. We're on the previous one, which is what? Extensive conscription, but thanks to the human wave offensive, we're up to 10%. That means their factories aren't running it at full efficiency now. I reckon with the next army, it lands here-ish, goes up along this side of the river, and that side there. Don't necessarily need to take Stalingrad, but whatever. And then all of these guys in here completely locked off. And I wish the Germans would bugger off from here. Just fuck off. Just leave this to me. This is my theatre of war. Go to your own. I don't need your help. There goes Switzerland. So we're in 1942. Getting extra heart attack might help. Do our infantry even have heart attack? Let's have a look. So their heart attack is... Where is it? Oh yeah, they do. 23.2. Okay. But Switzerland capitulated. So what happened with this? I think it was just temporary. Okay. Maybe some of our convoys got sunk. Okay, I'm going to pull back from here, because this is not worth anything to me. Because I'd like to try and get across here. Actually, it's here that I need to get across, isn't it? Alright. Just abandon those. It's not worth anything. If it doesn't provide an actual strategic advantage, abandon it. I mean, there's a victory point there, but we'll get that later. Because when I get this new army, I'm going to be stretching it pretty thin to get all the way across that. So I need to take that into account. Germans, you're just ruining the plan. Go away. Alright, speed things up. Gotta wait quite a while before this army's ready. It's like, if Germans, if you want to do something important, come down here and fight Africa. Did they actually push us back? Because I had this region, didn't I? So yeah, we move along the coast here. Along the river. It will make us vulnerable from the south, but we'll be invincible from the north. Also, as we capture these regions here, these guys will be able to move in and help. Okay, you move over here, that way I can dedicate you up here. Could build forts if I was concerned, but I'm not concerned. The Soviets just have no strength left, really. I'm just trying to get as much out of this as I possibly can before this war is over. Looks like the Germans will reach Moscow sometime soon. I could deploy them now, but they'd fight like shit. 2 behind. Move on. There's opportunities to move forward whilst also not making our frontier even wider, because that's only borders this region here. Then do so. In this instance as well. It might just open things up a bit more. Okay, I was just curious to see if it connected to that region. We lose our entrenchment bonus, but it's okay. Okay, most of this is totally unnecessary. Pull back to there. Let the Romanians deal with it. You guys, pull back to here. Let them have it back. This land here is not worth anything. I need them over here because we want to do our big pocket and crush the Soviets. Cut them off from their mainland. So we just leave 2 guys here. I'll send the rest. But here, they're going to help with the big push across. And I think I only need 2 guys here. So you get over here. Just try and get as far as we can without these guys. And if I feel like we're good to go, we'll just hire them early. I don't like crossing over the river, but it will increase the width of the battle. In each spot. And Germany gets himself pocketed again. I really wish these guys would not attack this. This is detrimental. If you push them out of here before I'm done here, you're saving them. Okay, now if we capture this point here, we don't need to garrison anyone at Rostov. The fall of Pearl Harbor. Interesting. Very interesting. Go Japan. Leningrad. Alright. Yeah, Soviet Union, they're not going to win. They've lost too many men. It's not really even about their manpower, it's about their equipment. Start moving across here in the plan. Basically on our way to Stalingrad now. Use this river as cover. Looks like Romania's done an excellent job, but you know, they've taken so many casualties. Look at this. Actually, I may have been wrong about that. 135,000. Jeez, they're good fighters. Okay, hang on. Let me just see what we're gonna need. We're in 1942, so go with this. Wait. That's got the 50% bonus, and that normally takes a lot longer. So we should do this one. The bigger number cut by half will save us more time. So with this we can hold 6 positions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't stretch myself any thinner. Oh, hang on. Yes, I can. Make it 7. Alright, well, even though these guys aren't ready, they're only going to be considered green. They need to get on with this. Okay, so hold off there. I'm going to take this army out of there, because you can only assign 5. We need a new general. Alright, fine. After this war is over, if they're still green, I'll make them drill until they're done. Looks like we're actually going to pull this off. If I really need to, I could always just thin out my forces here even more. But that's really not safe. Good. Spain's joined us. That'll help us against the Americans. You'll get there before they do, right? They've already got bad supplies. Some of them. So close to Stalingrad. Seems like we'll take it. Even though we don't need to take it to make this happen. But this is going to be worth a lot of occupation bonus. So this is for my war score. I only read one of them. Oh, we won. Okay, I see. Well, I did what the Germans couldn't. I took Stalingrad. Okay, so... yeah, we still need so much more infantry equipment. Well, the problem is I just don't have enough steel. Don't worry, you'll have cover. and they'll go the rest of the way, which is kind of risky putting inexperienced men in this position, but the Soviets, it's like that movie, Enemy at the Gates. One man has the rifle, the other one has the gun, has the ammo. When the one with the ammo gets killed, or whatever, the other one picks up the other thing. Seems like a really inefficient way to fight. So one of them's got a gun with no ammo, the other one's got ammo with no gun. You'd think the communist way to do it, though, was to make sure everyone was equal, and both people have half a gun and half of the ammo. Of course, both guns don't work. It doesn't matter, at least they're equal. Come on, you're almost there. They've made it. Okay, good. So you can stop now. Oh, we were on this as well. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, right. You need to be attached. And this here is Legio 4. That's right. When that's ready, we're going to make a giant push. Imagine just gone through half of your training. It's like, okay, men, we're sending you deep into Russian territory. You're going to be surrounded on all sides, but don't worry, there's a plan. All you have to do is take and hold the positions across the river. That's it. It's these guys here that are going to do the back-breaking work. There's one way to get them experienced. They're still reasonable stats. We have lack of supplies out here, though. Of course, that's what we're trying to do. If we took this region here, it would open up a bit more supplies. Oh, the Germans did it for me. Oh, but jeez. It's always risky doing shit like this. Wait, shouldn't we be getting supplies from Stalingrad, though? Yeah, it does. 4. It's not enough. Seems like the problem was really brought in when these guys showed up. God, I hope I'm not totally fucking up with these men's lives. And we haven't lost that many men recently. God, we just need to get all the way over here. Come on, we can do it. Previous bottleneck. like the Romanians already gotten this far. Just whatever. Some of these guys are almost got enough experience now doing this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be a big pocket. Open this point up a little bit more. Because I need to get supplies through. We're going to open it up. Okay, things are looking a bit better here now. That's good. Just got a little bit further to go. And then these guys will launch the attack. And slaughter every Soviet and squash them. Squashing is already kind of beginning, but the Germans are doing it. The thing is, they're getting the occupation bonus when they actually make the attack. It's my hard work going into this. Then again, it's also their hard work that's making this possible due to all their casualties. Let's have a look at things. So they've lost 8.6 million. They're very close to surrendering. Squashing is about to begin. You can't do it, otherwise they're going to get through here. Keep pushing them. 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. After that, there's no escape for them. It's impossible. Especially because we've got this port. You can't travel by this sea. So this one here enters a different supply location. Just get started. Almost there. Not launching the attack, not until we've got our man there. Still move forward in the meantime, where the Germans have made progress. Three victory points. See if we'll send some guys over here. I mean, I don't need to send all of them here. Send half of them across here, half of them there. Okay, that's not working. try now. It's another 17,000 recently. Okay, ready? Alright, it'll be done by the time you go. Go. And you lot as well. Let's go. It's time. Okay, we're in 1942, so just casualties will certainly help. There we go, done. And we managed to take Astrakhan. No escape for them now. They might still have some supplies, but that doesn't matter. Take out their victory, their victory points, and that'll sort out the supplies. This is going to cost me a lot of men, but it's also going to give me a lot of war score. How bad is their supply issues? Good, that seems to be maximum. Oh yeah, also you. Get over here. Good, we're gaining more percentage war score now. A little bit at a time. That's all adds up. So give us more weight for demands. Convoys. Don't have enough steel. They should have fixed up the supply issues now. So they've taken Moscow. Good. How are we going with this? They're pretty close to surrender, but all the major victory points have been taken, so it's probably still got a little bit left to go. I'm just happy taking this. Of course, when it's time to ask for territory, I'm going to request the steel over the oil. This is the oil fields. See, this is why I don't really like enacting the mission thing. They're dicking around all over this. What are you doing? Just attack. We've got our enemies by the balls here. Make use of it. This will be over soon. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Oh wow, they've even pushed to the next load of rivers. Just freaking all out attack. Go for it. It's now just a case of just rolling the Russians back. No one's... Yeah, you come up here. No one's losing anywhere now against the Russians. Or just about. And soon, a lot of units are going to be freed to come and join the front line. Just attack like a crazy person. It's over. But we don't want to cross the river, though. But we can come up and attack this. Just gotta be careful that, you know, we're not giving Romania more score than what we're getting. From our attacks, that is. He's only wounded, so it's not a big deal. United States just... We're already at war with them, so... That's not my concern. Now we're going for casualties. Yeah, taking a few extra, but... We're getting a lot more extra occupation score. That's what I'm trying to gain here. I want my piece of the Soviet Union. I don't want to walk away from this without any rewards. Now's the time to tear them apart. Now that they're so weak, they can't really fight back. Well, it's good that Japan's actually not involved. They don't get any of this. And here's the last little bit of the pocket. As the last of probably about 1.5 million of them get pocketed through this. So the plan worked. How's everything else going? Good on all fronts. Germans doing a bit of that silly buggery. Getting themselves all kinds of bonuses. You know, it's through occupation. So let's have a look here. Germany's still on 60% in total. They've occupied a lot of territory. So apparently I'm only responsible for 700,000 of their casualties. There we go, all cleared out. They got no army left, so we just keep pushing. Okay, the entire of my 1st Legion. Get over here. Yeah, just attack whatever. So we're almost at 1943, but I don't want to do that stuff just yet. Let's see here. 1942 technology. Go for it. So 1942. I reckon by the end of 1942, the Soviets will fall. I mean, they're already now pretty much as good as dead. Oh yeah, you can come up here. This doesn't give us lots of points, but it's better than nothing. There's just no soldiers out here, no resistance whatsoever. Trying to grab as much as I can. Come on, come on, come on. This is a pretty good opportunity here to get some points. At no cost. So we just need to get 11 more %. There's no victory points out here though. Much. So much to gain, but it's not worth anything. Still get the occupation bonus though. That's what it's all about. I don't want this territory, it's just about... Soviets about to surrender. The fuck? In his service there, it seems General Gastano Cadorna has pushed himself too far as a result of the bad climate in the operation. The general is now fallen ill. Oh, okay. I thought he was dead. That's what he said. It falls ill. So it was falls. I was like, oh no, is he dead? I've never seen a general die in this game. I remember as Japan having to attack all across here. It just took forever because all the victory points were right here. There was no other way for me to get there. It was like 1950 by the time I took out the Soviet Union in Japan. Or something. It was just very late. Like, Germany had already fallen. Even though my occupation score is going up, I guess the other guys are just getting it faster. So how does... Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. Like, Romania definitely did do a good job. And no one got pocketed from my side. Okay, there's too many men down this way. What are you doing? Okay, the entire Purple Army, you're going to be recalled. A lot of them are taking attrition. You can come back to here. Still, some of these guys are green, but a lot of them got their experience that they needed. So then, when are they going to surrender? 6% of the way. Imagine if we had to go all the way to Vladivostok, because that's worth 15 victory points. It's just there's hardly any victory points out here. Fuckers over here are pocketed. Finish him off. Losses are now over 10 million. I'm just sitting on 200,000 casualties. Which is, you know, a lot of men, but for World War II, that's nothing. There might be a few more victory points out here. Not much though. Makes me wonder, how the hell did I manage to fucking defeat the entire Soviet Union as Poland by myself? I don't know how I fucking did that. I mean, I do know how I did it. I made the exact same situation. All those forts wore the Soviets down and then just go and take everything. Kind of annoying that I can never use the Poland save ever again because of that patch. Couldn't load it anymore. Not that I was ever going to. I was done with that campaign, but still. Sometimes it's nice to know you at least have the option, but there just isn't the option now. I wonder if it's possible to roll back a patch. Alright, what are they up to now? 2% of the way towards capitulation. Or 2% more to go. Not seeing any victory points down here. Oh, here's one. It's worth 3. Yeah, I doubt that's 2%. Oh, there's one. Get the tanks over here. There's another one. So what's left? 1% more? Yep. Wonder how much we'll be able to get out of this. Look at the strength of our fielded manpower compared to the enemy. That includes the allies as well, including America. Right? Where's America? United States. But then again, they probably just haven't mustered that many troops yet. How is that all going anywhere? They took Pearl Harbor, but then nothing else. 100% towards capitulation. So is there any point even moving any further? Here we go. Soviet Union capitulates. That's what I end up with. But then again, this is not decided just yet. This is just occupied territory. Alright. So Germany's already occupied all of this. Alright, let's see. We've got to get these steel positions here. We've got to steal the steel. Make sure they have a port to get to. There's oil over here. That will be useful later on. I need the steel right now, though. It's also important to make our empire not like a bloody spaghetti empire. We've got to have it continuous. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. Even that wasn't enough. Oh fuck! Oh, hang on, I got this. Jeez, I'm not really getting a whole lot out of this. Don't know if it's a good idea to take this crap out here, but there is steel. It's just if I start claiming this stuff here, it's just going to be territory that I won't be able to get to when we go to war with the Germans, whereas this is a different thing entirely. I guess just capturing this here is just so that I don't have to go fight there later. There's some more steel out here. That's nothing wrong with taking the east. It's cheap too, in terms of the war score. Oh, that's already been claimed, has it? Oh yeah, by me. Really need that steel. Just gonna claim it anyway. Even if it doesn't connect up to my empire. Okay, I managed to connect that up. Now we're gonna try and connect this somehow. This round. Good. Bordering these guys here will allow me to declare war on them without Germany getting up my case later on down the track. Is that it? Is that everything? Romania didn't claim anything. They got a lot of war score on this, and they just didn't get anything. I can't claim that, but Germany gets the last little piece. So that's what we end up with. Not much in the... Wait, hang on. What's going to happen to this? End up with a lot of territory. That is a lot of shit right there. Okay, so... yeah. How profitable was that? Let's have a look. Pretty profitable. I don't need to trade with Germany anymore for my imports. What's this here? Well, someone's gonna have to go and deal with them. I'll get the, not the whole army. These guys here are closest, I'll send them in. So then, it's a bit messy, but that's okay. It's because the Japanese were fighting here. Mongolia, what happened to them? They're still Comintern. But they didn't surrender. That's weird. They've got a truce with us for a little while. I'm just wondering if I should go back to war with them. Because I can position my forces here and not have them get any of it. Because they can't join the Allies. Can I justify war against Japan? I can. Interesting. No. What faction is Japan in? The Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Okay. What kind of resources could we get out of taking Japan though? There's a lot of steel. They're still probably fighting the British Raj though. That was a very profitable war against the Soviets, and I didn't take that many casualties. So this is ahistorical, because obviously the Soviet Union didn't fall to the Germans. In terms of square kilometers, I got more than Germany, but in terms of resources, they got the most. They got all the good stuff. We get an idea of how strong Japan actually is. I've got 140 divisions. They've got roughly around the same. So yeah, maybe wait until they're worn out a little bit more before we think about attacking them. It's kind of good that they didn't join Axis, because Germany's not going to get involved when I attack them. We've got plenty of steel. It's needed for upgrades, yeah, just keep that going. Here's another thing as well. Japan is currently fighting the Allies, so they have war score against the Allies. If I knock Japan out of the war, then that'll not only will I get, but then again England will take some of Japan as well. We don't want the Allies getting stronger, because they'd have the majority of the war score against them. Not necessarily. They've been fighting the Germans for the most part. It's the British Raj that's doing something, but I can knock the British Raj out. Possibly. I don't think I should have sent the entire army over here. Why did? Oh, it's mountain nutrition. Okay. Just trying to plan my next conquest. Right, you can now come back. That's completely safe. Alright, now you, some of these guys aren't in great shape in terms of, you know, experience. Bring him down to just here. Sure that'll have good supplies, right? Should be enough. And you'll run a drill until they're experienced. So let's have a look. In terms of factories, German Reich, yeah, man, they got heaps out of Russia. They're at 636, I'm on 311. America, nearly as much as Germany now. United States have lost some victory points. Is this worth... Oh, yeah, Hawaii is worth something, okay. I should definitely justify war against Mongolia. There's no downside to it. They're not... Oh, I can't though. Hang on, how long is this truce for? Truce with Italy until 23rd of December. Okay, that's pretty much now. In terms of resources, I don't think they got much. But our army's here anyway, they might as well go for it. Now, how do I fucking level these guys up with command points? That organizer is 98% done. Maybe when that's 100% done. No. So I've got all these command points. I don't know what to do with them. I don't even know how to use them. Just having a look. So no one can guarantee them. So who else is in Comintern? Just Mongolia. So you run a drill now until you're in good shape. How are we going with our stuff? Maybe some, maybe now's a good time to actually build up... Oh, what? They can actually do that? Now's a good time to build up the infrastructure here. And I still feel like I need more factories. Now that we got all those resources, I want to make... Should I be put them in Greece? Because I won't get full use out of them. It's not occupied territory. If I'm going to do anything, put it out here. Some of these out here as well. Because that's owned by me. So when it comes to this war here, I'm not going to call in my allies. Why give them a chance to get some war score? Yeah, this... Probably not going to be particularly valuable, but still. It's an easy victory. I'll take it. Don't have a non-aggression pact with Japan, though. I do. Wait for Japan to like finish off the British Raj, and then I'll declare war on Japan and take the British, take India with it. But the thing is that we can't actually defeat Japan without invading Japan. And I reckon America would get there first. Alright, let's do this. I got a feeling Mongolia doesn't even have any soldiers. So what's this saying? They want to join war? No. No, why? I'm gonna take all the rewards. I don't need their help. Mongolia once had the largest empire in human history. Until the British surpassed them. I think the Spanish also surpassed them at some point as well. Haven't they been defeated yet? What victory point am I missing? Good, all for me. Thank you very much. Puppet of Japan. Okay, right, slow down. So we're in 1942 now, so these are always useful. Good. Don't want them to try and get them to veterans, so they'll actually be 25% better. I mean, it's only using up equipment. That's not an issue for us anymore. Bring these guys back down as well. So now that Germany is no longer fighting the Soviet Union, they should have no problem taking out Africa. What's going on over here? Oh, they're making the invasion, radio. What if we were to launch an air raid on United Kingdom and like parachute into there. We've got 100 divisions. They've already taken 1 million casualties. Most of their divisions are probably down here fighting. Well, if we're going to do that, let's start researching paratroopers. Now, in order to use paratroopers, you need to also have air superiority. Now, I haven't really been making that many planes. What are we going with? This is stockpiled 96. So, Japan is taking out the British Raj. I hope it's at least costing them a lot of troops. 1.4 million. So what's their recruitment laws on? Let's have a look. So they're on extensive conscription. Jeez, they've barely mobilized any of their troops then. And Germany, what are they on? Service by requirement now. And what's America on? Extensive conscription. What's our non-core population? 176 million. So we've got a lot of reserves there. Could probably raise another army soon if we wanted to. In fact, yeah, this can be the infantry army. Just over here will do. So I'll take this guy out, and we'll create a new army group. So I've got another field marshal. How about you lot drill? It doesn't matter actually, just stop. Okay, so we're at an hour and a half, so we'll end the episode here. So just trying to think about what I should be doing next. Because I'm not so concerned about, you know, winning World War II. I mean, Axis has won. There's no way in hell the Allies are going to win now. Not when they're at war with essentially two fascist factions. Anyway, that's the end of this episode, so like and subscribe. Part 5 is next, and don't forget to visit me on Facebook. See you next time, fuckers.